That day, his family finally had a full meal. The next day, James returned to the docks, and the foreman immediately picked him. Just as James was about to start work, the foreman called him over. The foreman had already learned about James from the newspapers and asked why he still came back to work. James explained that after getting the $250, he'd paid off his debts and only had $5 left. The foreman smiled without saying much and let him work. Soon after, the promoter arranged another fight for James and even advanced him a large sum of prize money. But his wife wasn't happy. She was afraid James would get injured again. So she went to the promoter's house to complain about why he was disrupting their stable life. But when the promoter opened the door, his wife was stunned. The promoter had sold everything in his house just to help James return to peak condition. The promoter found the club owner and secured more fighting opportunities for James. James finally began systematic training, becoming more dedicated than ever before. He couldn't let his family go hungry and suffer anymore. But when facing tall, strong boxers, James struggled. His opponent's final heavy punch broke James's ribs. The intense pain forced James to clinch his opponent. The referee separated them. During the break, the promoter made James stand in the corner, not allowing him to sit down. This way, seeing that he wouldn't even sit down would strike fear into his opponent's heart. The next round began with his opponent continuing to pummel James's ribs. Unable to withstand the fierce attack, James took a punch to the face that sent his mouthguard flying. But in that instant, images of his children hungry and cold flashed through James's mind. He remembered how they could only fight for soup at the relief kitchen every day, remembered his wife's worried face, and the milk diluted with water. James snapped back to reality and looked at his opponent, tall, wealthy, and privileged. He suddenly smiled. Perhaps it was cruel laughter at fate's mercilessness. Compared to the suffering he'd endured before, this pain was nothing. But his opponent was completely terrified by James. He'd never seen someone so reckless with their life. He began to fear and retreat like a child. James pressed his advantage, each punch venting years of accumulated suffering. Finally, even his bull-like opponent was completely defeated by James. The next day, James came to the relief office with a bruised and swollen face. Everyone looked at him curiously, but he wasn't there to collect money, he was there to pay it back. Having earned money, he returned all the relief funds he'd previously received. James's story was widely reported. In this era of the Great Depression, James became a hero in the hearts of ordinary people. No commentary can replace the original film. This movie is called Cinderella Man.